Good morning, class. So today we're going to be talking about cooking skills. In particular, we're going to be learning about measuring. So we're going to go over measuring cups. I think we're going to do tablespoons, teaspoons, and so on. So has anyone used measuring cups before in their home? And then the class would respond by raising their hand yes or no and telling me where, if they have, and then I would respond with, "That's great, guys. Now let's get started in talking about some measuring tools that are well known in every kitchen." Okay, class, now let's start with the concept. Like I said, we're going to be going over measuring tools. So today we're going to go over the wet and dry ingredient measuring tools. Yes, you're right. There are two different measuring tools for wet ingredients and dry ingredients. So let's get started. Okay, now let's start with our wet measuring tools. This cup can hold 1 cup, 2 cups, 4 cups, and 8 cups of liquid. Has anyone seen this tool in their home before? And then the students would raise their hand up, they raise their hand for yes and keep their hands down for no. We use this when we are cooking or baking. What kind of ingredients go into this tool? That's what I would ask the kids. The students would name liquids by raising their hand. For example, it could be milk, water, broth, and any other liquid they can think of. Then I will then respond with, "That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for participating." I would then ask the kids what measurements are found on the slide that I had already previously stated, and they could also look at the actual image. So then I would say, "What measurements can be found on this tool?" And the students would then refer to the slide, and they could look at the actual image or the content on the page that I had submitted, and they would respond with 1 cup, 2 cups, 1/4, 1/3, and 1.5 cups, and 2/3. Great, guys. Now let's move on to our next slide. We're going to begin talking about dry ingredients. Now that we know more about liquid ingredients, let's move on to dry ingredients. Has anyone seen this tool in their home before? The students would then raise their hand yes or no, up and down for yes or no, and then I would say, we will use this when we are cooking or baking. What kind of ingredients can go into this tool? And then the students would respond with like dry ingredients such as brown sugar, flour, baking soda, and any other kind of dry ingredient. And then I would respond with, "That's great, guys. Thank you for sharing. What measurements can be found on this dry ingredient measuring tool?" And they would refer back to the slide and they would say 1/4, 1/3, half, and 1 cup. And then I would state, "So far we have gone over wet and dry measuring tools. Now we will review one more tool. Measuring spoons! Measuring spoons are the only all-purpose measuring tool. So this tool can be used for wet and dry ingredients. What measurements are found on this tool?" And then the students would refer to the slide, and they would say 1/8, 1/4, 1/2, and 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, and half of a tablespoon. I'm sure you might be wondering why we use different tools for different ingredients. Wet measuring cups are designed where the measurements are below the top of the cup, so the liquids will not spill out over the measuring cup. Dry measuring cups are designed to fill to the brim, which is the top, with the dry ingredients. So no sloshing occurs with dry ingredients because they're packed down. I know you guys have probably seen brown sugar in a cup before and how you pack it down so it's so tight nothing could spill out. For example, when you're baking a cake, you would mostly use wet ingredient tools. You have the water, the melted butter, and the eggs. These are all wet ingredients, so you would use the wet tools. If you were to make pizza dough, the main ingredient would be flour. This would be when you would use the dry ingredient measuring tools. Okay, guys, now for our wrap up, there are many measuring tools in the kitchen and other forms of measurements too. For example, there's measurements when you're building something, construction, clothes making, and so much more. Today we're going to focus on measuring regarding cooking. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Now let's get started into our activities. These are the principles I considered during my presentation and why. So coherent principle, I use key information, words, measurements including pictures. Modality principle, no motion at all, distracting, and there aren't enough bullet points to make motion, meaning like the transitions or animations in PowerPoint, those animations may be too much for a student. The redundancy principle, on-screen text showing importance and key information. Temporal continuing principle, I didn't include any transition into the presentation. I feel as if they can be very distracting. My presentation is no more than 2 sentences on each slide, on the actual slides. On my notes, my scripts that I was reading off of were obviously more than 2 2 sentences so I could actually talk and go back and forth with the students. I also, in my presentation, when I was recording, I stated like me, the teacher, what I would say, and then I also included the students and like what they would respond back to me, more of like an interactive kind of teaching lesson. And then segmenting principle, this lesson is short and sweet, covering basics but necessities in regard to upcoming lessons and activities. The pre-training principle, pre-teaching each measuring tool for the later activities after presenting the lesson. Personalization principle, asking questions about tools in their homes, what ingredients can go into each tool. And then image principle, I kept my images controlled and basic, not too much going on around the images, kept it short and sweet, only showing necessities. And then on this last slide, I'm also saying, when presenting this information, I will most likely use my cursor to point to each measurement on the tools to show the students what measurement it is, example pointing at 1 cup and 1 ingredients, and so on with the rest. Teaching vocabulary on each slide, asking questions and providing feedback. On the first slide, the introduction slide, I have narration of telling the students what we will be learning and the difference of the tools. So like an overall basic agenda for the presentation.